tirelessly at trying to put this event together. We've got a lot of things going on, so I just thank everybody for showing up, supporting his effort to support Ukraine and what it is we hope to do in getting a message out to hopefully the world through our media, through our networks, that freedom is not free. I'm a retired Marine through 2 wars, so I've seen what it takes to protect what we so sometimes carelessly take for granted. Unfortunately, recent history is showing what America seems to have forgotten, and that is what it is to be brave, courageous, and stand up for your right for freedom. Now, the families that are being displaced, the wonderful, courageous fighters that are standing forward in Ukraine to stand up against a dictator, a tyrant. And as one of the, and it's unknown where the saying came from, but it is that evil triumphs only when good men refuse to do anything. Yeah. And I thank you all for coming today because we're doing something. Yeah. And we need to continue doing something. And we need to continue praying because that's very important. But I also call on the leaders of this world to stand up and do what we expect them to do. United Nations should stand up. And the United States needs to learn how to gain wisdom, strength, and courage again to stand up for what we have been the beacon of for so many centuries now, and to stand up and do what's right. We're a small world, folks, and it so easily could happen anywhere. And when we fail to stand up, we're complicit. So I ask that all of you continue in prayer, continue to reach out to our leaders, shame them into doing what's right. Thank you all. God bless America, and God bless Ukraine.
I wish we all would meet at a different time. I would like everybody to have 1 minute of silence for our mothers, children, soldiers, human beings who are right now under the shell of a tyrant. I would like everybody to stand up and have 1 minute of silence, please. Szanowni bracia i sestry, everybody, I just said, maybe not in a perfect Ukrainian, I'm sorry. My brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. This meeting would not be possible without a team of people who have nothing to do with Ukraine. A lady from India, and a gentleman from Louisiana, and a girl from Texas, and I'm just here supporting them. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to say thank you, City of Frisco, for letting us do that. And also, my tremendous gratitude for police officers for doing your job. Thank you. I'm not a politician or a speaker. I speak from my heart, no paper. Ukraine is a very, very peaceful country. We never attack anybody. Everybody attacking us or try to. And we all know the history. They're all ending up buried there. So, I just wanted to say a few words. As the previous gentleman said, I would like everybody to call their representatives. And we all know that we need to do a lot more. We thank U.S. government, President Biden. We all thank European Union, NATO,
Zelensky.
United Nations, sorry. But words are not as loud as actions. We must ask them to stop buying oil. We must ask them to stop buying gas. We must put sanctions, not just few banks, but all of the Russian banks. Everybody from Soviet Union here do know how they can launder money to different banks. We need to ask our government to tell them, stop. Now, not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. Look at the people here. We have people from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Bosnia, American, Ukrainian, Russian, Azerbaijan. But today, we only want Ukrainians, everybody. And I want nobody to forget that Ukraine today is a war between freedom and a tyranny for the whole world. And we should be proud of our people. Please, we have people from Belarus here. We appreciate your support, even though the president is trying to attack us too. But we're going to survive. And we're going to be stronger than ever. Please give us planes. If you can shut down the skies over Ukraine, give us planes. It's very difficult to fight with one hand behind our back. We're not asking no American boys or men, no European boys or men to die for our land. We can defend each other now. We will never surrender. He did not expect anything. We all did not expect what we are showing. How brave our men are. Women, children are fighting. We also don't want Russian boys to die. It's not Ukrainian DNA. Our DNA is peace. The Ukrainian language is a strong language. We think better than we speak even. So, one exile by Mr. Putin, even though I'm sure I told his name, he's a tyrant, said a wonderful word. Some politicians became or becoming crowns, and some crowns become heroes. And I'm only telling we should be very proud of our Ukrainian president. He is not running away nowhere. He is not hiding nowhere. This meeting was organized in 24 hours. The speech that you see was made in 24 hours. People saw the flag, because the most popular flag in the United States, or maybe around the world, is Ukrainian. The lady saw them by hand and did not want one penny for any of these flags. We don't want you guys to think. We just need your support. Please call your representatives. I would like to give a word to City Councilman of Frisco. Again, thank you from the bottom of our heart. And
good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bill Woodard. I serve you on your Frisco City Council. I'd like to welcome you all here this afternoon. As the first speaker said, we wish it was under different circumstances. The city of Frisco has a history of reaching out to our different communities, our different nationalities, our different ethnicities, our different religions. We have made a conscious choice as a city to be inclusive and to reach out into those communities because we believe that makes us all stronger. And to see all of you out here today to support our neighbors and our friends that have friends and family in harm's way over in Ukraine is just, it's a beautiful thing to see. So I would just like to simply say on behalf of your city council and your city, you guys saw all the cars honking as we were marching along El Dorado. Know that we are here to support you and your families, and please reach out if you need anything. Thank you all again.
Now I want to give the word to a poem from Ukraine, read. Proszę.
My name is, well, depends what language, Helen or Iona or Elena. And I'm a poet. I've been writing my whole life, and I'll honestly tell you that if poems were helpful, it would already be peace on earth, as much as what I put in them. But still, I think it helps to share feelings, like with people who also suffer or feel something. And I apologize, it's not in English, but I think that if there are any, Ukrainian, Russian-speaking friends, they can help you translate what it's about, the meaning. It's something I wrote a couple of days ago, and it's been like on Facebook. It's called "Послушай Путин." Well, I'll just do it then. But you've been on my. Or do you want to go right by
No, just read the whole poem.
Послушай, Путин, ты когда-то боялся пуль из автомата, а ты в убежище сидел, когда передний бой гудел. Послушай, Путин, был ты где-то прямо над головой, ракета взорвалась рядом вдруг с тобой, мелькая над твоей судьбой. Послушай, Путин, ты бы испугался, когда в твой дом дворец взорвался, и ты сидел бы в темноте, на холоде и в пустоте. Послушай, Путин, твои дети хотели жить бы на планете, где в школе.
Right behind you. Excuse me. Thank you. Good. Good to see you. Hey, good. How are you? Good to see you. Yes. Yeah.
Ведь скучно только наблюдать. Не хочешь в шерсть поиграть? Быть может, тысячная доля того, что ощущает воля, тебе попало в душу вдруг и охватил слегка испуг. Ты не сиди там в одиночке, ведь у тебя есть тоже дочки. Ты к людям присоединись. Послушай, Путин, ну проснись!
Альона молодець! Дякуємо підтримку росіян України. Молодець, Альона!
Hello. Even though I'm not, I don't have to bring my heart I've been in Ukraine several times, and I've experienced the warmth, friendliness, the family orientation of all my friends in Ukraine. That's why I say that my heart is Ukraine. Now we have a full order for especially you as ambassadors of our beloved Ukraine. Ukraine now is synonym for freedom, for resilience, for standing up against aggressors, and returning love. As you can see for all the Ukrainians helping each other. Now the best of the Ukrainian spirit is out in the world to see. You are all ambassadors of this new generation. I've been, I had the fortune to be teaching in some Ukrainian universities, and I've experienced the hope and the new way of thinking of the new generations. The young people that are inheriting a world of love and a desire to make a difference in the world. Now we need to multiply their efforts as Americans, as Ukrainians at heart, and you as both Ukrainians biologically and at heart have now the opportunity to be ambassadors of this new generation. Please be proud about being Ukrainian, but also let's try to put our heads together and see how we can help our beloved friends and brothers in Ukraine. I am very proud of knowing you and knowing all my Ukrainian friends. So now let's take an example for them and be the ambassadors of this new type of people. The Ukrainian people stands for freedom, for love, for resilience, and for a new world that is going to be transformed into a world in which we are all helping each other to be better. Let's stand for the Ukrainian spirit. Slava Ukraina! Heroям слава!
Good afternoon, everybody. This is absolutely wonderful. My name is Christia Jeremias. I'm one of the founding members of the American Society of Texas. Next year, we're going to be here in North Texas for 40 years. And in those 40 years, our main goal was to promote, preserve, protect, and educate on Ukrainian culture, language, history, food, singing, dance. We've obviously worked very closely with the Salka, and there's also Ukrainian dance called Zaya. And this is very heartfelt for us to see the response of our local community coming out and supporting Ukraine during this very difficult time. But our job is not yet done. I believe it's just beginning. Ukrainians are taking the front line. They're sacrificing their lives. Their children, their mothers are, if you can just imagine, 43 million Ukrainians were there before the war. 1 million have gone into Poland, Moldova, and Romania. But that still leaves 42 million Ukrainians still on the territory of Ukraine, the largest country in Europe. NATO needs Ukraine. For that reason, we have to remember that even those mothers and children that have crossed into the safe zone of NATO territory and the European Union and Poland and those countries, they have not left those countries. Very few have. They remain on the borders. They remain to be united back with their families. They remain for the opportunity to go back into Ukraine to rebuild their beloved country. That is determination. That is courage. And that is courage not just from the soldiers that are giving their lives, but the mothers and children and the grandparents that are remaining. So from a humanitarian effort, we ask everyone to not forget about Ukraine. A week, 2 weeks, a month may go by. God forbid that we continue to have fighting going on. I was at church because we have a Ukrainian Catholic church in the colony, and it's called St. Sophia Ukrainian Catholic Church. And I had a gentleman his background is Spanish, from Mexico, and he told me today, this morning, he said, I had a premonition that touched my heart. And he said, I wonder if we ask the Pope to go to the capital city of Kiev, I still say that in a holy way, and protect Ukraine and shelter Ukraine from the evil in the world. Maybe that's a thought, I don't know, but let's put that in our minds at least, and ask for God to continue to protect Ukraine. So what can you do? Roman mentioned just a few minutes ago that we have a voice, and we do. We have a voice in our government, and they are our senators and congressmen and our representatives. Ukrainian American Society of Texas has a website we've had up for a long time now, but we devoted our front page to action items, things that you can do. We're also going to be posting all of the rallies and more to come. But if you visit uast.org, you can follow the instructions, and you have talking points right there in case you can't remember what Roman was saying earlier. And it takes every 3 to 5 days of phone calls or emails, but they will listen. And that is their job, is to act on behalf of their constituents. Senator Ted Cruz reached out to me, and I'm hoping that I can have some words to help with the Ukrainian effort. We need everyone to step up. This is something that is going to land in our backyard if we don't do something to stop Putin. It is just a matter of time, if we do nothing, that this will be something that we will regret for not taking action on. So I make an appeal to everyone. Do not just walk away today with the thoughts of this rally and the thoughts of the words, but take it further to your friends, to your family, to your employers, to your religious people, and ask them to participate in supporting Ukraine. We reached out to the Fort Worth Diocese because they are who we fall under jurisdiction for St. Sophia's Ukrainian Catholic Church, but they have asked all of their churches in their diocese to pray continually, not just one liturgy, but continually for Ukraine. We need to do more. Prayer is powerful, and we all know that. So Ukraine will live forever. Ukraine lives forever because Ukraine is in each and every one of your hearts right now. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. So we have to continue understanding that we have a power, and our voice is a power, and our mind is a power. Visualize a white light around. Find a map of Ukraine. I challenge every one of you. Find the map of Ukraine, which includes Crimea. Don't look for a map without Crimea. Crimea is and will always be part of Ukraine. And visualize a white light around the country. And do that every morning. Because thought and prayer is powerful. It will overcome evil. I guarantee you. So remember, uast.org, take action. And please, let's continue to do these rallies. They are powerful. And somebody's got to come up with a poster that says, honk for Ukraine. Because I was just about to run out. Yeah, next time, honk for Ukraine so we can get everybody in Iraq. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much, Krista. Слава Україні! Слава нації! Україна! Україна! And now I'll switch to English.
I'm part of the Dudars family. We are no biggies. We're just local members, local community. We come to events like this. We help when we can help. But today I would like to raise a question that probably not only I, but a lot of you have been asked. What can we do for Ukraine? How can I help? I was working out at my gym with my trainer, and he is from, I guess he was an adoptee from El Salvador, this very kind of petite guy, and he's like, what can I do? And I told him, Shane, just be who you are. Be true to yourself. Where I'm going with this is, you see the evil that spread around the world. However, this evil wouldn't be able to do it all by himself. He spread the evil through his metastasis, through his brainwashing, through his gaslighting, and you all know that. So my message to you, dear Ukrainian fellows, dear North Texas community, dear Americans, when you're asked, what can I do? Your answer should be, look at your local. Look at your country. I see this sign. Can you please raise it up? Can you raise up the sign that is under the table? You know that Putin has been sponsoring the neo-Nazi organization throughout the world. You know that it's not only Ukraine that he is right after. He wants to become a superpower. He doesn't want to stop at Ukraine. And while today is our focus at Ukraine, keep driving. And for you not to get into an accident, you have to look further. Not just Ukraine. Where is he stretching? Where is he trying to metastasize? 2024 is not far from today. Your local elections, your primaries have just taken place. How many of you have gone to vote on March 1st? I did not. I did not. Guilty. My daughter did. I'm so proud I raised a daughter who could vote. I did not go because I was involved packing boxes on that day. Did I have 2 weeks of early voting? Yes, I did. And I did not go because I thought that March 1st I will. When are local elections happening? November. Guys, think. Don't be gaslighted. Don't be the spreaders of the neo-Nazi ideology. Because what's happening in the Ukraine right now, it's little, but it's not. He could not have done it all by himself. Don't get on his side. Use your brains. Don't get gaslighted. Slava Ukraini!
I will be speaking to Russian, maybe they will hear me somehow. Earlier back to in Russia. And then I'll translate to in English. Ребята, вы знаете, что такое круто? Самое круто будет, если вы положите оружие и пойдете домой. Мамам, женам, девушкам, детям, братам, сестрам. Если вы это сделаете, я вам гарантирую, самый лучший водки в мире, а это украинская, называется «Круто». Я вам дам пожизненно. Слава Украине! What I just said is, every Russian knows what Kruta means. The Kruta would be the best if you put guns down and go home. That's Kruta. Go to mothers, wives, girlfriends, dance, and I guarantee everyone for life. Thank you. And now I have a gentleman from Nigeria who wants to say.
We saw where experiencing what is going on. We just imagine a bigger country try to take a small country. That is why we are here today, to give the courage that is to stay. America is behind you. I know you will not fail. If we are there, if they call, we will be there. My child, my children, they are in the army, big word everywhere. They are in the U.S. Army. We have served there. We have been to many countries. We are American Nigeria. But what we are saying, we did not like it. Why would a man just move to a small country, your own country, start to take over everything? So that's why we are here with concern. Please, the people of Ukraine should have courage. The war is behind you. We are watching. America is watching. It will be okay. We go. We know we are going to make it. Let them have the courage. They should not discourage themselves. Whether Putin is coming there, we are watching. I have a son in the army. We talk every day. My brother was in the U.S. Army. We have been in this country since 1975 in Nigeria. I went to school here in Arlington, UTN. That was my school. University of Arlington. But since then, it's a beautiful country. And now I'm not an American, Nigerian. I travel both sides. Freedom is there. Everybody needs freedom. But we do not like what Putin did. Just go into a smaller country, try to run them over. But it doesn't make any sense at this generation. So we are now praying for Ukrainians. They should pray and have hope. The world is watching. Washington is watching. We are coming. They are coming. Then they just stand strong. We see men climbing the train with their children, dragging their children to enter the train to leave their country. Because that we are crying to see what we saw from this recent years. This is a civilized world, not like before. Ukrainians stand still. It will happen, you will get your freedom back. It's not going to take your country. We are watching. The world is watching him. Let's see what is going to happen. We have courage. We pray every day for the Ukrainians. Bravo, Ukraine!
I will be speaking just for 2 minutes and not more. We'll be taking your time. So I just want you to leave at least with one message, because I have family in Ukraine, as many of you present here, and I have friends in Ukraine, and they are texting me, pleading, crying out, please, please, organize the rallies, and please ask the United States and to shelter Ukraine's sky from Russian bombs, because Ukrainian army, as you know, very courageous. They are resilient, they fight back fiercely, they have a lot of victories, and we are so proud of them because they are standing up for themselves and for the entire free democratic world. But what Putin is doing right now, because he's losing this war, he started bombing civilians. He bombs right now. We are standing here. He's bombing residential areas. He's bombing hospitals. He's bombing kindergartens. And that's because the Ukrainian army is helpless. They're trying to protect the sky as
enough airplanes. So please, you have here, if you stop Putin from turning Ukraine into Syria, you remember Russian bombing of Aleppo. They are ruthless. They are very, very cruel. They don't have conscience. They will continue bombing, and people will be dying. It will be another genocide unless the world, democratic world, strong leaders step in and protect Ukraine's sky. All Ukrainians ask for, either no-fly zone. If this is too much, at least give Ukrainians airplanes. Because some Ukrainian officers and pilots are already in Poland. They expected to get the airplanes, but something happened. But the transition got stalled, and they cannot get even fighter planes to protect themselves, the sky over Ukraine, and protect those innocent lives. So, if no fly zone or no planes in Ukraine, millions will die, children, women, and men. So please contact your congressman and to please demand no fly zone or give Ukraine airplanes to fight for themselves. Shelter Ukraine's sky, and the rest will be done by the Ukrainian army. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You won't give up all that proud.
My name is Dr. John Xue, from Taiwan originally, in 1954. In the last 10 days, every day on the TV, I saw your president and your people. Their bravery and their determination to defend your country. That sent a very strong message to the world. I really salute your people. Taiwan and Ukraine are in the front line of defense of freedom, democracy, and human rights. This dictator, tyrant Putin, invaded your country, and Chinese leader Xi Jinping sent their military airplane into Taiwan air defense zone more than 1,000 times in the last year. So, and also want to annex Taiwan. So, Ukraine and Taiwan are in the same boat of facing this totalitarian government. So Taiwan and Ukraine should help each other, and the world should support Ukraine and Taiwan. God bless America, God bless Ukraine, and God bless Taiwan. I want to have a program T-shirt for my souvenir. Somebody, no money.
Yes, Sheshe. You say Sheshe, right? I know.
Watch your step, watch your step, watch your step, watch your step, watch your step.
My name is Natalia Rojestynska, and I was born in Ukraine during Soviet times. Since pretty much all, I remember, if you are as old as I am, you probably remember death of Brezhnev and all the leaders that were ruling the country. And then at some point, Ukraine became an independent country. And I got married, and my husband and I, we moved to the United States, and we brought our children here. It was a wonderful decision on our part, and we've been enjoying life in the United States, life of freedom for over 20 years. My kids grew up, get education in America, and we've been just living our American dream here. And I was always happy, and I was paying attention to the happy things around me, and that was multiplying. And one day, we kind of find out that Putin invaded Ukraine, and that was very, very sad for us. And being as happy as I usually am, my heart literally broke. And if you always happy that deaths of people or any events that are not like your normal state gives you incredible pain. And I was looking kind of, I couldn't work, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sing. And I was looking for the way to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I remember the poem that I wrote down in 2012. And that was before Maidan, before any war was going on in Ukraine. It was just a happy poem that very light, very pleasant, and didn't make sense back then. And now when I look back, I see it as a prophecy. And that poem gave me the feeling that there is a bright future for Ukraine. And who among our audience speak Ukrainian? So if you understand Ukrainian, you will understand the words. If you don't, just feel the language, because it's very poetic, very kind of pleasant just to listen. And I hope I remember all of it, and I hope it will give you hope. So just remember, it was from 2012, and I'm living in the land of happiness in the United States, and I'm living my American dream. Стою щаслива і думками лине, малюючи майбутнє України. Понад степи, понад високі гори, від заходу на схід, від півночі до моря, де на землі добробуту і щастя живе у мирі нація прекрасна, де люди вільні тілом і думками ідуть до щастя різними шляхами, де кожен робить те, що його кличе, і люди ходять з посмішками на обличчях. Хто хліб ростить, а хто пісні співає, хто в літаку під хмарами літає, де сміх дитячий вулиця малине, де буйний квіт вкриває полонини, де небо чисте і на світанку чисті роси, і де дівчата заплітають стрічки в коси, де хлопці сильні і мудрі чоловіки, і всі щасливі в будь-якому віку, де пісня щастя лине понад краєм, її щаслива нація співає. І я радію у землі свободи, я голос вільний, вільного народу. Слава Україні!
I would like to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for organizing, for helping us so beautifully. I hope we'll do a lot more. I don't want to stop because people have a tendency to forget. Many years ago, one famous writer in Ukraine wrote a book, and she put my name and my story of my life in it. And I want to know the name of the book and the name of the writer. When I was 11, they being pioneer, whatever every Soviet boy and girl used to be, because my grandmother, who is Ukrainian, was from Ukraine by Stalin. Then the Nazis came, and she survived that, and she hated both of them. So I spoke up in school, they kicked me out. Then they wanted me to become a Komsomol. It's a young party member. And I was asked before exams or books that we have to study, as you all know, who was born in Soviet Union. They asked me to come to the meeting, and I did. And at that time, America had a war with Vietnam. So they asked that everybody has to bring 1 ruble to our brothers and sisters in Vietnam. And who is for? Everybody was for. Who is against? I'm only one. So they asked me why, what happened? I said, I'm sorry. No my mother, no my father was in Vietnam. I'm not bringing a ruble, I'm sorry. And they kicked me out of that too. But here I am, I'm still surviving, and we will survive. But I want to give you last word. Thank you.
Thank you everyone very much. We just do what we can, guys. Yes, the message is don't give up. Don't stop, please. Okay? Because time goes by, we get less calls for the interview. Please devote some time to do this. Because this is important. Because we love Ukraine. God bless you all and have blessed the rest of your day. Thank you so much.